Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please, if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe down below. Thank you so much. So the previous update about Jodha and Akbar was how Jalal was caring for Jodha, and Maham Anga continued to poison Rukaya's mind against Jodha, and later Jalal decided to travel with all the queens, but Rukaya decided not to go, and Salima also decided not to go so that Jalal and Jodha can be closer together if they go alone. And Jalal decided not to go with Jodha because Jodha was not feeling fine, but Jodha stubbornly said that she would go. So that was the previous update. This is the continuation of that. Please keep watching. Jalal and his people with Jodha were moving towards their destination, while Jalal has already disguised like a common man with his dressing, and Jodha wanted to fall while walking, but Jalal owed her in time, and they come to the river bank, and Jalal entered the boat and asked Jodha to give him her hands, and Jodha gives her hands to Jalal, and she falls on Jalal while entering the boat, and the boat feels awkward, and they sit in the boat and moves ahead. Jalal asks that the boat should be stopped, and Jodha asks that why. Jalal says that he remembered one thing, and it was the day somebody attacked him with arrows, but it was not to kill him but to save his life, and he did not get the chance to thank the person. And he asked Jodha that why is it that her arrows did not attack Benzo that day, because Jodha was good at shooting arrows. Then why did Jodha's arrow not attack Benzo that day? Jodha says that her mission was to save Jalal's life and not to kill Benzel. And how would she have proved that Benzel was a poisonous lady if she had killed her? Because Jalal never believed her without any proof, and Jalal never trusted her. Jalal says that he has once trusted Jodha and he came to her room, but Jodha pushed him away, and he doesn't understand women and how Jodha drank poison, and even God doesn't understand Jodha. And Jalal asks to move the boat, and Jodha smiles. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, that Jalal going to Jodha's room that night and Jodha pushing him away and not allowing him to do what he wanted to do was still what is still paining Jalal even till today. Like, wow. Jalal, Jodha, and the disguised soldiers got to the other side of the river, where some Mughal soldiers of Jalal were waiting, and Jalal says that nobody should call him king, and they can only call him boss, and all of them said yes, king. But Jalal says that he cannot see any king, and they all corrected themselves and said that yes, boss. Jodha asks that what will she call Jalal in Rajasthani tone, and Jalal says in the same tone that he is Jodha's husband, and Jodha is his wife, so Jodha can call him husband. And Jalal says that what do Jodha think, that he cannot also speak in this tone, and Jodha says whatever. Adam comes to meet Sharafuddin in the prison, and both of them taunt each other, and Sharafuddin says that he is confident of his plans, but Adam taunts Sharafuddin that he would rot in this prison, and his wife Bakshi also remembered him, and Adam tells Sharafuddin that he felt like pacifying Bakshi, and Sharafuddin was furious at Adam's taunting, and he twists Adam's arms, but Adam also twists Sharafuddin's neck against the prison bar, and Adam again taunts Sharafuddin if he wanted his help to get out of the prison. Sharafuddin tells Adam that someone was going to help him break the prison soon, and Adam wants to know who it is, but Sharafuddin refused to disclose who it was to Adam, and Adam leaves the place, and Sharafuddin thinks that Jodha would come to release him soon. Javeda welcomes Maham Anga as her mother, and some maids were standing in line, and Maham Anga asks that what is this, and she asks the maids to leave, and they all leave. Javeda asks Maham Anga to take the glass of water that she was holding, and Javeda asks Maham Anga to drink the water. Maham Anga drank the water, and Javeda says that she tested the water by giving the same glass of water to all the mates, and they all drank the water from the same cup before giving it to Maham Anga, and Maham Anga is the last person to taste the water. Maham Anga was irritated and she spit out the water, and she asked Javeda if she is mad for giving her the same water that maids has already drank from. Javeda says that Maham Anga should not worry because no poison can damage her, and Maham Anga says that Javeda is her biggest problem for making her drink the same water that the servant had already drank, and Maham Anga lives there in annoyance. And Javeda drinks the water and says that she can see that Maham Anga is not a poisonous woman, and she was only testing to know if there is still any poisonous lady at the palace. I don't know, I just love watching Maham Anga and Javeda. Those two, they complement each other. Jalal was working with Jodha sitting in the moving palanquin, and Jodha looks at Jalal and smiles. Jodha remembers Gangwa time and how she had seen Jalal in the water, and Jalal also keeps looking at Jodha and smiling. And Jodha's dress moved a little upward, and Jalal sees Jodha's feet, and Jodha feels shy and she placed her dress on her leg properly. Jodha says that they should take a rest for a while, and they stopped at Daba. People were gossiping that some poisonous lady came to kill Jalal, but Jodha saved her husband because she is a Rajvanshi, and Jalal and Jodha smiles listening to them because the people couldn't recognize them. Jalal says that the people are absolutely right, and another person says that Jalal also tried because he did a lot to save Jodha's life, and he asked the people to also pray for her, and they all started arguing that Jodha did more for Jalal, and some other people argued that Jalal did more for Jodha. Jalal also joined the conversation and says that he thinks that Jalal was able to pray for Jodha only because Jodha saved his life. So Jodha did something big than Jalal. And the women says that Jodha is great like Satyavan, who had saved Savitri, and Jodha had risked her life for the king. And that means that Jodha loves Jalal a lot. And Jalal looks at Jodha. Jalal silently jokes with Jodha if he should disclose how Jodha had pushed him away to the people. And Jodha replies that she would also disclose how cruel Jalal was with her. And Jalal thinks that he should not start argument with Jodha again because there are many things to be discussed between them. So he doesn't want silence between them again. I know this push me, he didn't push me would always come up because Jalal is angry about that particular stuff. Jalal and the others started moving again, and Jodha was sleeping in the palanquin. And Jalal looks at Jodha and says that she is sleeping like an angel now. But when she gets up, she becomes a bitter spice, and they continued walking. They all got to a point and they were stopped by the Mughal soldiers who asked for 200 gold coins to move forward. And Jalal says that it is their right to go ahead and they would not give any coin. But the Mughal soldier says that it is the Mughal rule, and he orders the soldiers to put Jalal and everyone else in the jail because they couldn't recognize Jalal as their king. The soldiers wanted to take Jodha somewhere else, but Jalal asked them to leave his wife, and Jodha also says that she would like to be with her husband, and the soldier says that it seems like the two of them both love each other a lot, and he decided to put them in one lockup, and Jodha and Jalal were locked up in the prison. Jalal's men were locked up in another prison, and inside the prison, Jalal was surrounded by the prisoners and they asked him for what he did wrong. And Jalal jokes with them that he has stolen wealth, and the other men laughs at Jalal that they are all in the same category, and Jodha smiles. Still in the jail, Jalal says that he stole only one thing, and the man says that he knew that Jalal is from his community. And what did Jalal steal? Jalal looks at Jodha, and the man says that he can see that Jalal stole something big because his wife is like a princess. And how did Jalal get her? Because she looks really beautiful. And Jodha laughs at the man's joke. The man also says that Jalal, their king, was also lucky because he also got a very beautiful wife who drank poison for him. And Jalal looks at Jodha and laughs. In the night, Jalal comes to Jodha and asks if she is alright, and Jodha knows that yes, and Jalal says that Jodha must be hungry, and Jalal asks the prison soldiers to bring food, and the soldiers bring bad food. Jalal says that he will not eat the food, and the soldier says that he is not Jalaluddin, their king, and he is just a common prisoner, so he have to eat the food. Jalal says that who asked the soldiers to take tax from the people that are going on yatra, that is pilgrimage, and the soldier says that it is Jalal's order, but Jalal says that it is impossible. The soldiers shows Jalal a statement with the king's stamp on it, and Jalal was surprised and he says that it cannot be true. The soldier says that Jalal is objecting Jalal's law, not knowing that they are talking to the real Jalal, their king. And the soldier says that now Jalal will get punished, and Jalal still argues with them that why should he pay tax for wanting to go on yatra. And the soldiers reply that it is because he is an Hindu, and the soldier takes Jalal outside and ties his hands to be beaten up by the Mughal soldiers. Jodha comes there and tells Jalal that they should tell them the truth and reveal Jalal's identity. But Jalal says no because he wants to see the problems that common people face. And Jodha should swear that she would not tell anyone their real identity. And Jodha was speechless. The soldier takes Jodha away from Jalal and he was about to beat Jalal. But Jodha stops them and gives all her jewelry for tax. And Jalal was pained and he says that Jodha did not do the right thing. But Jodha says that she cannot see Jalal being beaten up. The soldiers collected the jury and he asked them to go, and Jalal says to Jodha that Jodha snatched his chance to bear the consequences of his own rules. In the night, a voiceover says that this journey brought Jalal and Jodha closer, and we can see Jalal and Jodha walking together and holding their hands, and it was the biggest night for them. Jalal says to Jodha that his soldiers are still in custody, so it is not safe for them to continue the journey in the night, and Jodha was also tired too, but Jodha says that she is alright. Jalal says no, and he asks Jodha to look at her feet because it is swollen, and he made Jodha sit, and he makes bonfire by eating stones, and he takes a wet cloth and tries to touch Jodha's feet, but Jodha says no because husbands are not allowed to touch their wives' feet, and it is the Rajvanshis rule, and Jalal asks that what else is not allowed according to the Rajvanshis rule, and he would have not touched Jodha's feet if not that she is hot, but if Jodha doesn't want him to touch her feet, then he would not touch it because he doesn't want Jodha to push him away again like that night, and Jodha was hurt because of Jalal's words again that night. Jalal gives Jodha the wet cloth to massage her feet, and Jodha asks that how did Jalal knows about all this, and Jalal says that he knows about all these remedies because he is an hunter, and they started hearing some sounds and they goes from there to see what is going on. Sharafuddin was fuming in anger that he did everything to get out from here, and he told Jodha about Benzo so that Jodha can take him out, but Jodha did not do anything for him. Adam tells Maham Anga that Sharafuddin thinks that he can get out from the prison, and Maham Anga says that it is not possible because Jalal would not take him out, and he is also dangerous for Adam. Again in the prison, Sharafuddin thinks that Adam is taking advantage of him being inside the prison, and he is taking ministries. Again with Maham Anga, Adam says to Maham Anga that he thinks that Sharafuddin is planning something to get out of the prison, and Maham Anga thinks that who could be helping Sharafuddin concerning his getting out of the prison. Jalal and Jodha comes to somewhere in a small village where people were celebrating in Rajasthani style, and Jodha was skeptical to go, but Jalal says that he is with Jodha so they should go, and Jalal and Jodha met some people there who welcomed them, and one woman gives bangles to Jodha because she is married, and a man asks Jalal where is he from, and Jalal says that he is from Marwa and he is going on pilgrimage, and the people started performing on folk, and Jalal and Jodha smiles, and Jodha imagines Jalal dancing and she started smiling. Jalal asks that what, but Jodha says nothing, and Jalal says that this is why he doesn't understand women, and Jodha asks that why do Jalal try then, and the performance ends. Jalal asks that why are the people here, and the man says that they are on a journey and they are taking some rest here, but there are thieves here as well so they have to leave quickly, and Jalal also says that they are also on their way traveling and they wanted to take some rest, and Jodha goes to the women that were making food and she says that she would like to make roti for her husband, and the women says that Jodha really loves her husband and she asks Jodha to make the roti. Jodha sat down and she started making the roti, and Jalal couldn't stop looking at Jodha, and Jodha burns her hand while making the roti, and Jalal was pained to see that, and Jalal keeps looking at Jodha and he couldn't stop smiling. Rukaya was going that she wanted to go and meet Jalal, and Amida says that how would Rukaya find Jalal? Rukaya says that she will find him even if he is disguised, and Amida says that Rukaya is the most special person among Jalal's wife, and no matter whoever comes to Jalal's life, Rukaya's position would always be intact, and Rukaya thanks Amida. Rukaya says that she is going, and Amida says yes, she should go, and Maham Anga says that if Rukaya had listened to her earlier, then things would have been different now. But it is better late than never, and Rukaya lives in a palanquin. Badan asks Amida why Rukaya is going to look for Jalal, and Amida says that Rukaya has insecurity, that her position is in danger, and Rukaya thinks that Jodha is taking Jalal away, and the consequences seems to be very dangerous. Back at the jungle, Jodha gives Jalal food and says that this is a common man's food, and Jalal says that it is okay, but Jodha should tell him if her hand is alright, and Jodha says that it is nothing serious, but she is glad that Jalal noticed it, and Jalal started eating, and Jodha keeps looking at Jalal and smiling. Alright, thank you guys for watching till the end. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, don't forget to share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.